Stuart, the stockpile of materials the captain has gathered has run out. After so many years, our resources in the pit have grown barren. Current output will satisfy some of the demand, but problems will mount over time. We must reach for new deposits, otherwise the city and us will suffer. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Advanced coal mining has been done. Advanced blast. Man, it's just there's so many people required to work. 1K workers here. Holy mother of pearl. Do we need them all? No. There we go. Now we're getting an 18 surplus of mineral materials, which should keep everything working until this thing depletes in 15 weeks. You want to build a logistical. Infectious agents. Steward, during a routine medical examination performed by stewards, a small group of Frostlanders refused to be assessed. These checkups are relics of years past when a cough could endanger the city. That's gone now. We've adapted, said one. No point continuing. Stewards maintain a regular physical check. Subgroup Frostlander will oppose the decision. Yeah. I'm sorry, we're not gonna be all of a sudden, nah, let's not do that anymore. Durable goods. In order to use the best use of scrap resources, we will focus on producing sturdy and easily repairable goods. I stopped because my screen went black again. Mass produced goods. In order to overcome scrutiny, we will organize the production lines to increase goods production. Everyone must support the production of precaps to help the expansion of the city. Everyone must inspect the heat pipes in place of residence, spotting and fixing minor leaks. Everyone must volunteer their time outside the city as needed unless they purchase an exemption from the city. Funerals. Harvesting funerals. The deceased will be harvested and their healthy body parts used to support the city healthcare. Unharvested remains will be incinerated and ash transferred to the relatives. Barrows. Well, let's do this one. I'm just gonna put it to a vote. Because it seems like we have pretty good odds. I'm assuming that what this is here is trying to tell us, so let's see. I don't know what happens if a vote fails. I guess we'll find out one way or another. 40.
The delegates.
There we go, we got it.
Spoken.
62
the law
to
takes effect.
Oh. I see. They want normal blast coal mining, not advanced blast coal mining. I didn't know we could even go back and research the other one, but it's good to know. That's the thing, you know? Reason. We must leave behind old social order. Through logic and reason, we will thrive. Merit. Quality, adaptation, and progress.
Maintain a healthy diet. Chances of a successful transplant depend on it.
Steward.
Deposits coal running row. Steward, some of the coal deposits in districts will soon run out. The stewards and Netherlands believe they can use explosions to access deeper veins of the coal. Recruit child volunteers. Frostlander said we could send children for Miss Ore in the tighter tunnels. Some did this as kids themselves in the abandoned mine shaft outposts, and they survived unscathed. Now lay explosives. That clearly worked.
Forecasts call for colder temperatures. Take action.
How long will it last? 3 days? Okay. We have a lot of food. Pulling away people so I can do this. Food will last for 105 weeks. I think we're pretty good on food. Newlanders' demands met. The Newlanders are delighted you kept your word and now look upon your rule more positively and consider your leader of integrity. Good. I'd love to be able to build some of these other things. Just so expensive. You need so many people to add to the total workforce. It doesn't replace anything. Which is why I'm struggling so much with the work. My goodness. Get outside of the frozen lands around New London and find a source of fuel to endure its future. For years, suggesting anything against the captain meant close scrutiny from stewards. But despite the BS blooming from their bloody speakers, we managed to find our own way. Kept to our principles. Stayed frugal, put families first, watched out for our neighbors, continued our traditions. Now we have a council. Maybe it's time for us to stop dreaming and make a change. The council has inspired people to suggest new ideas about the city's future. Pilgrims. 510 Frostlanders have organized in a faction. The Pilgrims form a resilient, spirited community held together by bonds of tradition. They dislike harvesting funerals and mandatory schools. Well, do I got some unfortunate news for you. Not only do I have that, but I have the other thing too. You're gonna hate me. Frozen Bay. Launch expedition. I am possibly finding some dwellers, which I desperately need. Oh. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome them in. I will gladly have you guys come in. Rail construction. Wait, okay, wait. There's too much going on. How does this all work? To explore a territory, you need to allocate a certain number of Frostland teams, which are sorted from the logistics districts. Territories have different difficulties that affect the cost, time, and threat level of that expedition. I didn't read any of that before I just launched expedition, so whoopsies. Trails. Trails is a basic type of connection which allows you to send resources between different places in the Frostland and are required to operate outposts. Yeah, I'm about to say they're gonna hate me.
Now operational.
Hear us, Steward.
Steward. In search for fuel will be launching shortly.
Steward. Steward.
I love it. They reflect the personalities, so if they're more favorable, they're like, Steward! Like, they're happy to see you. The other ones are like, Steward. Here they are. Hello, people. Wanna go to work and clear out your future homes? Food is bad right now. I have a lot of more working people. So let's turn this building back. Should help.
Hear us, Steward.
Fire in the shaft. Coal's running out. Steward, a fire's broke out our coal mine. If we don't react, we'll lose the mine along with the deposit. Some of the stewards engaged with the resource. Miners will be saved. How many are we talking about? I wish I could see how much is here. Can't get out of it or anything. Some miners are still making their way out. It'll suffocate them too. Or we'll have to save the deposit. 106 miners suffocated!
This evening to honor those who gave their lives in the mines.
There was 149k. I would have lost 50% of that. That's a significant amount. If it was at this mine, I probably would have got the miners out. Crop selection. This group has no solution. Well, crop selection it is! If you guys don't have a solution, I guess this is the only way to go forward. Materials, I need the materials. Construction, please. We really need to open this area up more. Stable ground and whatnot. My father was a miner. He lifted twice as much as any man on Outpost 11, where the steel was our ticket to trade with the city, our ticket to survive. I'd rather dig one grave than 100, he'd say. I know if he had to make the call, he would have shut off the air himself. When I go down to the shaft and pass the spot where he died, I brush the dark rock with my hand, knowing he'd be proud. We saved the dust coal mine from the fire. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. But there is just too much coal here still. And I don't have a solution. I don't have another resource that we could use. We just got the we just got the scout expedition. So, speaking of which, I'd really like this one, but 32 people are against. Oh, an infectious badge? No! Or quarantine. Such demand per capita is slightly increased. Disease is significantly increased. We're not at that point yet. At least I don't think. We might be. I have no idea. Since change the goods output from... That's pretty good too. There we go. Well, no need to do anything. We can just vote. Everyone's for it.
The proposed law has been approved.
Why does a housing district need workers? Why does a housing district need workers? I mean, you could argue maintenance and upkeep, but 200 of them? It's so aggressive. Time to fast forward. Demand is decreased. Good. The others. In a cavern bay, we found a disturbing sight bodies in sturdy rustling gear, neatly laid side by side and left to freeze, with black oil markings over their closed eyes. Ghastly burial ritual? A map was found suggesting we're heading to an old machine somewhere by the desolate coast. Investigate, I see. Officiate Village! The community of Frostlanders are eking out a pitiful living off moss and small fish with no furnace. They'll survive. They survive by sleeping shoulder to shoulder. Let's see, take them in. Now that Frostlanders have departed, you can use the village to provide for fish. New London. Harvest. They're arriving in 2 days. Means I'll have more workers so I can do stuff. Launch expedition. Requires 20 Frostland teams. Heat dispatcher. Heat dispatching control center where engineering teams monitor and optimize district heating, boosting the generator's output. Particulate heat dispatcher. Heat dispatching heat control dispatcher where engineering teams use automated actuators to tune up district heating, boosting the generator's output. 200, 400. I'm much more interested in this one because it has half the workforce. And as we have found, I need more workforce. 2,000 more people now live among us. Nice. I'm gonna have to build more industrial districts. They're so expensive. Why does it need so many prefabs? Hmm. How many more is it a week now? 12. Oh! All that for 2 more!
Stewart.
Crime in the city. The crime problem in New London continues to worsen. Scarcity of goods may drive people to acts of crime when they don't see other ways to obtain necessities. Making goods available helps ensure people don't revert to a free-for-all. If they do, watchtowers and prisons may become a necessity. It's also worth examining if our laws are helping us fight crime. It may be more difficult to ensure order as the population rises. If crime runs rampant, people might be injured or killed. Tensions will grow and radicals among us will grow in popularity. We best ensure. Main districts produce a small amount of prefabs. Let's propose that. Need 51 to pass. Got it.
The proposed law has been approved.
We need prefabs badly. Smallest district. Another industrial district. Desperately need that. See, our crime is going up. We're gonna do this. Put offers. It's just not worth it. It gives me 2 extra per week. Whoop-de-doo. If it was something like 5, it'd be worth it, but it's not. There's no coal available. Blooming cold! As Captain's authorities weakened, different groups started pulling in a city different directions. New London grew overpopulated. Whiteouts ruined expansion attempts, and now coal's finally running out. Without heat and shelter, people start to freeze to death. Although the captain appointed you before passing, people are anxious that you're not up to the task. Cold has risen to a concerning level. People may die or suffer frostbite. Provide shelter and heat up to fight. Tension is high. People are afraid. I know! Guess why I couldn't do anything? Because I didn't have any of these guys. Goods. Build a new coal mine. Dismantle the wreck. Tiring structure offered. Protections, outskirts, scavengers for the road to die. Squirt. Settlement. Convince them all to come. We need a new and stable source of heat in New London before convincing them all. Okay. Abandoned coal mine. Mine complex had by children a long time ago. Over the years, they grew older and became citizens of New London. The last miners were ordered home by the captain, but we know some coal remains in the shafts. Oh, no, take it all. Costs not met. I need about housing districts too. God, everything's so expensive. Housing. I need more houses. Desperately need more houses. Put them up here. That's all my resources gone. 180 heat stamps. Thank you. we go. We have now connected it. At least we're stockpiling coal, finally. Pilgrims are mad at me. The Frostlanders are not happy with me. No one's really thrilled with me. Escort them back. And the others won't come back until we find a new fuel source. But at least they'll give us some manpower. I know that's going to be detriment to our food, but if we could build more housing districts and then more goods and materials districts, then we can get this road going a little bit. I also need another outpost district as well. GhJared's been coughing all night. His forehead is hot as the generator. It's them Turners. I know it's them. They've got the new flu. And here they are, strolling about the neighborhood, carrying on with their business. They're killing people. That's what they're doing. Oh, please, Lord Almighty, I can't stand to lose their child. Someone's got to get through to them. The lack of a new law regulating congestion prevention is causing tensions to rise through the city. Tension is slightly increased. So, either quarantine or a badge. The problem with a badge is they're going to be discriminated on. 100%. Without a doubt. Which is just going to increase tension, so we're going to be in the same situation. The thing is I have no idea how much more shelter demand that's going to provide. Right now, I'm at negative 25. The Frostlanders and the New Londoners are open to it. Vote for what? Building a blast coal mine. Building a mechanized sawmill. Or a chemical hot bath. Special hot baths where chemical nutrients are injected into tubs of crops to accelerate their growth. Okay. What about the Frostlanders? Durable goods? Grant agenda. Let the Frostlanders choose the next law to be voted on in the council. Is that bad? I can always just... That could put me in a pinch. Expand expedition support. Everyone must aid expeditions and help them prepare for their journeys. Exploration time is slightly decreased. Then I'd have to switch to this law. Let's see. We'll come back to that. B is this. What's this? Oh, is this my main thing? Oh, I have enough people. I can launch an expedition over there. Fantastic. Oil. We'll find the first oil to fuel the city and get into the crux of this game. Let's build that. And then I would like to build in our logistics, but I have to clear it first. What's the shortcut for that? Oh, X. I have to clear up to here. Go like this. We're gonna need more goods. And that's all of my workforce. Oh lord, you know what I should have done? I should have built housing. Okay, that's fine. When they're done frostbreaking, we'll build some more housing. We need to find oil before we can unlock any more upgrades. But guess what? To build more housing districts, I need to clear more. Put more housing districts over here. Sick neighborhoods, no common rule. Commit to resolving issues. Sure, this morning a house had been found walled off from the rest of the neighborhood. The inhabitants escaped after a while, but they have found that local shops and amenities refuse to serve them. I don't know who did it, but it's for the best, I tell ya. Tell the people people got all sorts of bugs. The place is healthier without them, claimed a local pub owner. The latest spread of influenza has indeed hit the district hard and people are on edge. Maybe we ought to define common rules for this to appease tension. Yeah. So we do need to address it now. We're going to propose quarantine. We're going to negotiate. New Londoners, they want 4, please. So, chemical hot houses. I don't have we researched that. Mechanized sawmill. Have I researched that? I have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. There we go. Let's put to a vote. I like the system of voting by lighting the little lanterns.
Hear ye, hear ye. The ayes have it.
So, now we need to research mechanized sawmill. Question I have is, where the hell is it? Oh! Oh my god, no! No! I had no idea there was different tabs! Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, there's so many more! There's so much more researching to do! Oh my god, I did nothing but heating. I'm an idiot. I had no idea. Oh my god. Oh lord. There's a rail? A rail hub. Connecting districts through elevated rail to transfer cargo and boost productivity. Materials demand in neighboring districts is decreased. Well, there's the thing I was asking for, wasn't it? Air transport? Powering docking station for transporting of workers drastically reduces commute times. There's stuff like that in this game? Youth. Young adults are encouraged to experiment free-form bonds and judgments. Youngs participate in volunteer activities under surveillance of elders who teach them moral values. That's it. Trust rises. Crime is slightly decreased. Why wouldn't I want any of this stuff? There's so much stuff. What happened here? Empty. Oh god, I'm running out of coal. Okay. Housing, please. And the sick first is going to cost us dearly, mark my words. 92! 92! Oh lord, that was a mistake. You know, I was what, 25 before? I didn't think it would be that dramatic. It's like we're going on a housing building craze. Steward, people are increasingly arguing over the curriculum taught in schools. Some think we should reduce theoretical knowledge and provide more survival training. We're filling these kids' heads with numbers and useless junk, complained an angry trapper. We ought to teach them on field traps to hunt. Others argued for the exact opposite. We need to teach the children how to think and come up with new solutions instead of perpetuating outdated practices, says an engineer. What should we do? Let's concentrate on science! Yes! Children are the future, so is science. Mandatory school increases research speed even more. Build more housing districts. Because I'm gonna need it. Desperately. Building more housing. Have we finished exploring? Not quite, but we did finish the research, which means it's time to start a new research. Because I desperately need it. I need this maintenance hub. Now build a mechanical saw. Massive sawmill loading frozen wood directly into the mulching machine that separates usable materials from waste byproduct. Where does that go? Here. Luckily I have a huge stockpile of coal. I need to get prefabs extraction ASAP. Put it there so I don't build two districts on it. We found oil! A ruined machine lies across a crevasse. Wagons spilled into a nearby snow. There are clear signs that people have come and gone from this site, even stored goods here. But what amazed our scouts is the huge quantity of readily available oil. This could be the fuel source we're looking for. We found oil! We found gold! We found black gold! There it is. That was our prequel. Old tombs. On the broken shores lie an old, Derelict dreadnought. It seemed to have been upgraded to run on oil, as it rests beside rich deposits. Perhaps the site was a refueling station. But deep in the black pools lies rows of frozen bodies, wrapped in shrouds and placed in the still wells. Our scouts shudder at the sight. These oil deposits would surely solve our fuel needs, but we have to desecrate these graves to access them. Most oil deposits, we need the fuel to survive. Black gold. Oil will save the city. We need to adapt our generator to use it. In the meantime, we need to establish a readable supply. It's time we settle beyond New London. Create a new colony at the Dreadnought and connect it with a solid train to New London. Only then can supply be assured. So we have to make a new city.